around the clock, sports all the time. But that's never gonna work. That's ridiculous.
Just remember to have fun out there today. And if you lose, I'll kill you.
This is Tall Can Audio.
Seriously, this thing is gonna be a cultural disaster.
There's got to be a morning after. Rob and Matt kick off a new week of TCA on kind of a sour note.
Fired up!
All right. Well,
No.
you can bring it.
Yeah, all right. No,
I'm not going to.
That's what I do. I bring it.
Social media at Tall Can Audio. Whatever podcast feed you're hearing us right now. I'm a little grumpy.
No.
Yeah.
When does that happen?
Out of sorts
Yeah,
for
man, oh man.
for me. You know what? Let's just have a beer. What are you going with?
First off,
Oh boy.
I don't know how
Are you going to delay my beer?
I don't know how you feel about Doug Ford,
I don't feel good.
but how do you feel about Dofo saying 6 a.m. 6 a.m. on a Sunday for the gold medal game?
The what game? I'm sorry. Never
There
happened.
was
Never
a
heard
gold,
of it.
There was a gold medal game.
Oh, the curling?
The silver medal
crushed
game
it. Yeah.
happening on Sunday. Alcohol sales at 6 a.m.
I don't understand why Doug Ford's singular focus in anything he seems to do is always on alcohol.
Oh, see, I don't go in for most of Doug Ford,
Yeah.
but the one thing I do go in for is 6 a.m.
There's a lot going on, though. Yeah, and we can talk about...
Can we not do 6 a.m. more often?
I did say at some point I had tweeted out, I think it was between the third period and overtime of the... this fucking guy. Gets
That's a great
fucking
crack,
first.
am I right?
Fuck him. That the people who had been pissing and moaning about how early the game was...
I'm pissing.
Yeah, I
Not
know.
much
This
moaning.
is going to be rough for
Not
Matt
much
today.
moaning, but
I was summarily dismissive of their complaints because there are several time zones in the world. And yet at
What?
10:30
the Eastern time zone.
at 10:30 a.m., things were pretty tense, pretty stressful, and they sort of won me over like I'd like to be drinking far more heavily than I am. But I've got this thing in my head like, hey, dude, it's 10 o'clock in the morning. Like, just, take it easy a little
Okay,
bit. But,
so this is my point. 6
I have
a.m.
no idea what anybody's point is. It's going to be one of
6 a.m.
those.
6 a.m. So prior to me showing up here, 7 beverages, and 2 more in the green room.
You people have no idea what it's like to edit the show when Rob shows
Yeah,
up in
we're
that.
we're doing this.
And it's not the things Rob says, which are always objectionable. It's the breaks.
It's the pee breaks. Because come on, honestly, it's 4 Caesars and 4 coffees with Bailey's. We're doing it. Oof, that's actually 10 beverages pre-show.
It's going to be a problem only for Matt though. So
Yes, Rob will leave here in 2 hours, and
sweet, maybe sooner. What do you having?
I was over to see our boy Andy. Boy Yee on Saturday. So what I am drinking here is a little collab. Nita and Grain and Grit.
Okay.
This is their Brucey J ESB.
Extra special.
Yeah. So it's a combination of the Chauncey, which is the ESB from Nita, and the Bob, I believe, which is the best bidder from Grain and Grit.
Point your knob to.
Bob, right at him.
Right at him.
So 4.8. I had a couple in-house yesterday. Lovely. A little caramel, but super smooth, easy drinking. Gave it to the way better half. And she's like, man, that is smooth and easy drinking. So the ESB always brings it. That's what I'm drinking today, is at 4.8%. It is the Brucey J.
Yeah, all right. Over here, whippersnapper.
Okay, again, I always feel bad if it's Andy or it's Ian.
Oh, we love everybody, man.
We do love.
can-
we love those two guys
More than most.
more than most. But
Like, we love them more than we love most others. Not that we love them more than most other people love them. You know what? Fun with words. Enjoy that however
for sure,
you will.
you take it and apply it however you want.
That's right. This one, you know, we can talk about where we both took in the game that dare not speak its name in a moment. But I did come home thinking, I got to just level out here a little bit. It's only 11 o'clock in the morning, 11:30
See, and I was thinking, I got to level up.
Yeah. And I was pulling things out of, just by chance, pulling things out of the fridge, like 8%, 11%. And I'm like, no, I don't need that right now. But I did reach back and find this one. I know you enjoyed it as well. This was from the Whippersnapper calendar, but you tried it when we had the company getaway there before Christmas. The
Yes.
Clove Stout.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. To what do my wondering eyes does appear? Yeah. It's day 7 anyway from the calendar, but like most things, it was still on sale over there when we dropped by, and I grabbed 4 or 6 more of them. So
It was thirsty.
it was.
It was a good beverage.
This is delightful. So, yeah, that's what we're going to roll with here, just trying to keep things on track a little bit. Look, lots on the agenda today. We will talk about
What?
Toronto Blue Jays starting
I was
spring
going to say,
training.
we're going to break down the Eric Lauer first.
The Team Canada World Baseball Classic roster unveiled.
Well, good, because I haven't even looked at it. so-
Canadian gold in curling. Lots of good stuff to get
Cheating
to.
motherfuckers.
Hey,
we
man,
will break it all
get
down.
done. Just get it done. I want to ask you first. I had a little an experience on Saturday.
I love these.
I had somebody who I met through a friend over the summer, and then ran into again at the Dark Craft Beer Fest a couple weeks
this
ago
is
when I was down in.
So this is a recent friend.
Yeah. And even friend is strong. Like, more than anything else, I
Acquaintance.
call him piece of shit is sort of the reference. And he answers to it. It's fine.
That's
So
strong.
he was here in town this weekend for the Ottawa Boat Show. Working it, not
that's bullshit.
not shopping.
Nobody cares about that.
Fuck
Does
this
he
guy.
work? Does he work at a marina?
No, he builds and sells dock systems. Not just docks,
All
dock
right.
systems.
All right.
And your fucking contact let us down hard. So we need a new dock contact here on the TCA
Did he let you
summer
down
studio.
hard, or
Yeah.
did you just sort of play footsies with him?
Oh, there's apparently going to have to be an off-air conversation here.
Yeah. Except I don't care.
No. Well, then he let us down hard.
Yeah. I got no leverage, so whatever.
So
Fuck that guy.
it's the EY Center hosts the.
And that guy may soon
boat
not
show.
be in the family, so
Okay.
fuck him.
Okay. There you go. And your docks suck too. The EY Center down near the airport also hosted the Gaslight Anthem and Rise
Yes.
Against.
Honestly, was that a good time or not?
I don't really remember.
Who got drunker than Uncle Matt?
I assume it was awesome.
It was nobody.
So, sort of looking around for places just.
Hey, Dad, have you ever been as drunk as Matt? No, son. Nobody has.
Nobody has ever lied harder to their child than in that moment. So he's like, we're down here. It's near the airport. I'm like, yeah, I'm familiar with the area. But he's a big craft beer guy too. So we're sort of like, well, where should we go? So Moose McGuire's.
Moose McGuire's.
Yeah, I know.
Where is
It's
that?
not
Where is
important. Hunt Club and McCarthy.
Okay.
So,
All
yeah.
right.
I'll meet you there at 6:30 on Saturday night. Brings a couple of coworkers along.
Probably used to be
Everything's
the
gonna
old
good.
Hot Peppers.
Could be. I have no idea.
That's what I'm feeling.
6:30 p.m. The band fires up, so nobody can hear anything. And it's
So you met piece
awful.
of shit.
I met
at
piece of
6:30.
shit at 6:30 p.m. on a Saturday. We walk in, and it does look like they're setting up. But in my mind, I'm like, okay, at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, there'll be a show of some kind. And then there's a bit of a performance. They play a song, and I'm like, okay, maybe that's
What song was
sound.
it? What was it?
Fucking, I don't know. And it was one of their original.
No,
pieces of shit.
don't give me any originals.
To the point where no one can conversate. Like,
Yeah, all right.
it was and we left. And we just tried to go to Jack Astor's. Also couldn't get in there. It was a busy time here on a Saturday night south of Ottawa.
Yeah.
Ended up at Boston Pizza at Hunt Club Road.
Oh.
It was fine.
Boston, Maryville and Hunkland?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
So I'm just curious, what is because Moose McGuire's, it's just a pub, a roadhouse. Like, it's nothing special.
Yeah.
What's a reasonable time for a band to fire up, whether they're good or
9
whether
p.m.
they're
9 p.m.
Okay.
Now, I got to tell you something. I've been in what I believe is that same venue,
Okay.
and I'm lit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I go.
We were trying to get.
but I'm meeting some friends and my younger brother actually, and his lovely date. Oh man, she was lovely.
Huh.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Long-time listeners just gave the same reaction.
We'll understand.
Yeah.
But she was lovely. Man, oh man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a moment here. Anyways, I come back from the bathroom and she's got a friend that shows up. And he's sitting at the end of the table. And I'm like, okay, is he gonna get up and move? How am I gonna get to my seat? And I'm like, and I said to him, I'm like, hey fucker, don't get up or anything, you know what I mean? I'll get to my own seat, whatever. And whatever.
This is how Rob speaks to strangers.
All right. It's uncomfortable for a bit.
Yeah.
I get to my seat and we're drinking. I look, and the guy's in a wheelchair.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
All right.
No.
It's when these things collide, right? It's dark.
Get out of my way.
He's not getting up.
He's not getting up.
He's not getting up. Anyways, we hit it off.
Yeah, I bet.
It was a rocky start.
Yeah.
So I believe that's in the same venue that. Anyways, it was late at night and
Yeah. Well, this was. It just seemed like an easy place, sort of halfway between the studio and.
Yes, of course.
Let's go head over there. I did know this place did occasionally have not even occasionally, like fairly regularly has bands at 6:30 on a Saturday night. You're still in the dinner hour. Like there are still families around here.
It seems
like,
early.
Settle down.
To fire up the orchestra.
And it wasn't even good. Like you said, there was no cover, and you could hear through literally the entire song the high pitched squeal of "I'm standing too close with my microphone to the monitors." You know, like, just.
Could you give me the acoustic?
Literally, we debated at the table after the first song, where they did take a little break. What do we want to do here? And when the waitress comes back, how friendly do we have to be about this? Like, hey, when is the band on for real? Like, we're excited about it. Like, I just said, I don't give a shit. I'll be that guy. And when the waitress did come back, I'm like, hey, are they like on now? Or,
Yeah.
can we She's like, from 7 to 9, they're on steady, and it was about 6:50. We're like, then we'll take one more round and the bill, please, and we'll be somewhere else.
We'll meet you at the Oak, about 2 blocks away.
I did consider the Oak, but it was not as close as I thought it was. Right at Uplands there, right? And,
Uplands and Hunkland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, we went the other way, and
you went further west, closer to home.
Cool for me.
Yeah, I totally get it.
So that was all right. Also went out just quickly on Thursday night to the Offspring.
You made it.
I made it, man.
Okay.
It wasn't very good, to be honest with you. Which is disappointing because
What about Bad Religion?
Didn't get there in time.
Okay.
The person I was going with wasn't going to be off work in time, so it's fine. And we got last minute tickets. Didn't cost much. Kind of halfway up in the first bowl.
All right.
Yeah, and that's one of those bands.
What was the crowd like? I know it's an Ottawa crowd, so you got to take that into account.
Our section was kind of lame. It did sound like there was a bit of a better vibe coming from some areas. Certainly on the floor, people were having a good time. But that is one of those bands that I've liked for a very long time. And it's just, if you know Offspring, and I know obviously most people do, Fletcher's voice, it's hard to get up there. Not like he's got a high pitch kind of vibe to his voice. It wasn't.
Those of you who loved Queens of the Stone Age, now you get 20 years in.
It's not
you're like,
quite the same. And so it wasn't terrible or anything. They're also touring on a new album, so there was a bit more new stuff that I had no idea.
Yeah. Come on, man. You got to keep that shit to the second half of the show.
We really only ended up paying like $35 for a ticket each. So no big deal. Like it wasn't a night wasted.
Yeah,
but it was a little disappointing for what it was.
Okay, but we talked about that last week.
Yeah. Not on the show, I don't think. But
okay.
Yeah. Because I had been invited while I was still down in the greater Lindsay area.
In the greater dirty schwa. In the greater unwashed area.
Yeah. Well, where they had moved the show from Peterborough. Chose Oshawa.
Okay, you know what? Only one arena doesn't bathe.
I did watch.
And that is in Oshawa,
we got a great tweet after the quarterfinal. I had said, man, that game was a little stressful. It gets the heart rate up or whatever, and got a reply. I was like, I'm going to be the first guy in Oshawa to take a shower. So shout out to you, my friend.
Yeah.
A trendsetter, trying to be a little different in the dirty schwa.
Because it's the people in the dirty schwa who don't bathe, and then it's the highest drunk driving per capita in Whitby. So
Yeah, okay. Well, I don't claim them. That's not
what do you got in that whole area? You
closed
are
up the Brock Street Brewery down there. That was a bummer. They made some nice stuff right there in Whiteby.
Yeah, Whiteby. And honestly, man, we still got all or nothing.
Mm-hmm. That's Oshawa.
That's Oshawa. I know.
Or Bowmanville. No, that's
it's Oshawa.
Yeah.
It's Oshawa, and we assume they bathe occasionally.
5 Paddles is under new ownership, still in Whitby. Yeah.
And
It's not quite the same.
It is not the same.
No.
And it burns me because they did.
Man, I've talked about it before on the show during the pandemic when everyone was they just kept brewing their stout. Like, what happens if we throw this shit in there? Like they just
coconut cream pie.
Yeah, incredible, man.
And the St. Timothy's or wherever that was.
There was a few different ones. Like they just kept
some
brewing this base stout and being like, let's try some shit. Let's throw that in there and see what happens. Yeah, honestly, probably a little bit more out of the new album than I needed. Right, it was all right, and they did play a couple of the two. Honestly, a little disappointed. It was fine.
Did they play Hit That?
No.
I know you want to hit that.
Bad Habit was in there. That was good. Certainly Want You Bad, I think, was like second or third up. Like, because it's
what they lead with and what they close with.
I think Bad Habit was first, and then last was Come Out and Play, I believe.
All right.
So that works. It's fine.
Yeah. I know it, and I, as a casual fan, know it. But you want something more with a little bit more of a.
The crowd did fully get into it with Nah, why don't you get a job? Everybody singing along with that one, right? One of the radio hits. So,
my buddy's got a girlfriend and he hates that bitch.
He tells me every day.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
All right. With $35
was on the bucket list. A band I'd always wanted to see.
You haven't seen them before?
No, I had narrowly missed that a bunch of times.
Because to me, when I come in here on a Sunday,
they're fairly prominent.
They are prominent in what is sort of being played here in the green room.
Yeah.
And so to me, I would say it's in the top 3.
Well, it's funny
in rotation.
Top 3. Wow. Yeah. Maybe.
I'm surprised that you haven't seen them before now.
Where'd you take in the gold medal? Well, the silver medal hockey.
The Offspring match.
Sunday morning. Yeah.
Wow, man, that is maybe the worst segue.
All right. Well, you want to kick me while I'm down here? It's
Matt's done with the Offspring. Fuck the Offspring conversation.
I'll take it from here, everybody. This is
Guys, my mic has gone dead. I don't hear shit from it. There we go.
That was the point, you fucking asshole. Where'd you take in the festivity? This is one of those things. You and I talked in the green room that an Olympic gold medal game sort of takes on a life of its own in terms of the number of people that are going to watch who maybe are kind of casual to it, or it's an excuse to get together. A lot of people pissing and moaning, as I use that phrase again, about the 8 a.m. start time, as if this is the only time zone in the world. Quite frankly, anybody who lives west of us had a harder go of it. Was there a thing? Was there a scene?
I think it comes down. I watched it at my sister-in-law's. So there was probably 10 of us out there.
Okay.
And which is what I was angling for, right? Was unlike whatever NHL team you cheer for, right? You want
those guys.
Yeah. Well, whatever it is. Yeah, those fuckers.
With their winning captain.
Yeah.
He's a winner now, man.
Whose captain are we talking about? Because I hate them both.
Okay.
Really is what it comes down to.
Really? Anyway,
yeah.
We'll get there.
Anyways, so there was 10 of us. And so had it been a Senators Stanley Cup, I would have wanted to watch it at home. I don't want to watch it with a bunch of other people. I just want to watch this. But there's something about an Olympic or a national team thing. World Cup is coming in June. That you want to watch it with a group of people who feel the same way as you, who are like, fuck, that should have been a penalty.
There's 7 guys on the ice.
Well, that honestly, I don't know how that fucking. Anyways, it is the difference between your NHL team and this Olympic team. So there was 10 of us. I watched it out and we had to get up early, 8:10 fucking puck drop. Yep. I had to be on the road by 6:50. So I'm up at 6 a.m.
Trying to
on a
watch
Sunday.
it in Winnipeg or what's going on?
No, but I had Caesars.
Yeah.
I had all these things together, fruit salad. We're going out. I brought my own bottle of Bailey's. You had to be prepared.
My pocket.
Yeah, well, this is it, man. I want to make sure.
Yeah.
So there was 10 of us out there, and you cranked the volume up, and
crank it up, fuckers.
And but you have a varying degree of people who who are engaged at varying levels.
It's very much like a Grey Cup, a Super Bowl. It's just one of those things you do. You get together. Not everybody is super invested. Not everybody is super knowledgeable.
Not everybody
including
knows
the people sitting at this table.
Well, but not everybody knows where that guy played junior hockey.
Right.
But
we all give a shit in this moment.
We all give a shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I went out to... Well,
where'd you go, Matt?
I went on... Thanks, Rob. On Thursday to the Offspring, Saturday to hang out with a couple people, and then Sunday morning...
He's way more popular than the rest of us.
I'm sort of spent, like...
Yeah, I get it.
That's a lot for Matt. That's
a lot of socializing for
3
Matt.
out of 4 days. Yeah, if you could... The sooner we can wrap this up.
Can we spread this out over maybe a month?
But they had it, the people I was invited to go with through somebody else, they had it catered. And they did a really
You hang
nice
in
job.
a way tighter crowd than I do.
Well, this was like half catered and half like, okay, bring in some bacon and pancakes and whatever. We're going to do like a brunch thing.
Did you bring something?
So let me get there because I wanted to ask you about this.
All right.
They also went out on their own and were like, let's get some Timmy's. Like, let's get some donut. Like, whatever Canadiana is to you in this moment, right?
It's
like
double.
And this is it. And so they did a couple of things like that. But I did ask the group that I was out with on Saturday night, what do you bring to a party like this? Because often, if you're at a loss for words and you're going to a bottle of wine, right? Like
of course, man,
something
yes.
like that will fly. It's a morning deal, and we all know, the Caesars are going to be flowing. It's going to be
Baileys.
coffee and Baileys, yes, these sorts of things. I sort like, what do you bring? And if not, like, is there a way you can contribute, like, financially without just being like throwing money at your hosts or whatever?
Let it rain, Matt. Let it rain.
That's all I had to offer. You know me, I'm not a breakfast guy. I'm not a coffee guy.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not.
You are at a huge deficit at this moment.
And so I did have a moment where the guy who was hosting and I were chatting for a little bit. And I said, pulled a couple bucks out of my pocket and, can I it's like, get the fuck out of here, right? Like anybody
fucking
would.
beat it.
Yeah.
What
So
you would do, you would say the same thing.
Probably.
Yes, not probably. You are.
But you do now feel like a bit of a because I did get into it. I did have a couple of pancakes. Nice.
Yeah. But you
I was
are
sort of
a
vodka and orange juice.
You are a
guy
fucking
here.
hosting guy extraordinaire. No. But you do love to host. Am I right? You love to.
No, I like to be left alone.
No. Come on.
If there's going to be a thing, I'd rather host it than go to someone else.
You love
hosting.
to extend, and if somebody was coming to you and say, "Hey Matt, can I fucking shoot you a couple bucks?"
Right.
You'd be like, "Fucking beat it,
Yeah. No, you're probably right about that.
beat it."
This
And
was
so,
well done.
So to me, that's all that is.
Bacon and home fries, pancakes, like it was
How were the home fries done? Because
very. Well, they were kind of crispy, like just on the brink of
in
like
the cube
right-
or in the shredded?
No,
What are we talking
cube,
about?
like
all right,
beauty,
all right.
yeah.
I'm all about that.
that. Me too. And then, like I said, if you wanted, you could just grab a couple donuts, or they had a couple of not thermoses, like the bigger stands of Timmy's coffee and some Baileys and stuff sitting around. Lots of like maple themed. It was fun, man. Just. And then there was it's a big enough sort of basement area that they have that there's like one table kind of back a ways from the TV where people were kind of eating and hanging out and talking and sort of still watching the game. And then there's like, that was all behind kind of this living room area where there's a few of us that were dialed in.
Super interesting.
Shut
What
up
was
back
that?
there.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Turn the volume up, please.
but I'm with you. I won't watch a Leaf Game 7 with a
Yes.
crowd
Yes.
because I know it's going to go poorly and I'll be unhappy.
But whatever
and
it is, you want to be. This is
Yes.
your, because you are. I don't want
that's
people.
my thing. Right?
And I don't want people who are going to be potentially even like,
Poking at me.
or not poking at you, or even like, I don't understand. And you're like, I don't got fucking time for whatever you don't understand.
That's right.
Hey,
But
how come that's a penalty?
this did have the feeling of like, this should be communal, right? Like
Yes.
you should take this in with a group. So that was fun. The rest of it was less fun. What'd you make of the game, man?
I found the game to be unbelievably entertaining
Yeah.
and exciting and fucking Canadian dominated, man. Like I found the second and third period to
Yeah.
be a Canadian dominated, and it comes down to at the end of the game, I'm like, fuck, I am disappointed with how this turned out. But I am not disappointed with how it played, if that makes any sense to me. Or you. Like, to me,
We're all still wrestling with it. Yeah.
I found the second and third period,
They dummied them.
man, Canada was the team, and they did. And to me, Sidney Crosby, did you stick around to see Sid speak at the end of the game?
I watched, obviously, overtime, and Jacques Hughes scored.
Jacques Hughes.
And I gave it 20, 30 seconds to see, hey, does it look like we're getting a challenge
Hey,
for anything?
is there offside?
It could
Is there
be
a goal?
anything.
Yes, yes.
And when there was nothing coming, I didn't
Music?
watch any
Okay.
interviews, didn't watch any of the... I don't need to see that shit.
But to me, Sid spoke. Kyle Bukauskas,
Yeah.
good friend of the show.
That's right, man.
He spoke to Sid, and God bless you, Sid, man. He's a gentleman. He's classy.
Mm-hmm.
And what Sid said was, I hope all of Canada is proud with the effort that this team put in. He said, all that didn't happen was we didn't score the game-winning goal. This
It's
team,
a fairly crucial detail, though.
I know, but this team was all around it, and sport is fucking cruel.
Yeah. I'll be real, like watching through the third, I was waiting
The Celebrini fucking
so many
off the
things.
Hellebuck stick, and then the McKinnon off the post, and you're like,
so many of it, yeah. And all of it felt like, oh no, like we are leading to that one thing that we all expect. Like Canada is dominating, and Binner's just going to give up a brutal one for the first shot on goal in 8 minutes. Like I thought we were headed there. Certainly, Sam Bennett takes a penalty. Like, oh, we're going to do the whole thing, aren't we?
That was giving me.
We're going to do this, eh? We're going to. And I'm having a hard time talking to anybody about this because I don't know how to do it without sounding like a sour grapes, sore loser
Homer.
douche. Yes.
Yes.
Because that was the too many men. That's fucked up, man. And if you call that,
I see everybody in the room saw it.
everybody is yelling. Mike Johnson is yelling about it on the broadcast.
Everybody in the place I'm looking at, they're all pointing at the TV. They're
Right.
like, what are you doing?
Yeah. No, all of that. And if that gets called, Sam Bennett isn't on the ice to take the other now they kill that off, right?
Yeah.
But everything about it was
And
like,
the Americans take the penalty on during that.
That's right.
But to me, the thing is,
Also, the thing that we didn't mention, McKinnon missing and the Celebrini, had a 5-on-3 and didn't bury it.
okay. So to me, if I can finish,
Mm-hmm.
and you just took all the air out of my balloon.
It sucks when that happens. Eh?
Yeah, which was the second and third period were it was so dominant, and it's funny because we got up at 6 a.m., picked up the stepdaughter who wasn't with us, and we're driving out, and she's like, "Oh, I didn't bring my earphones." And she's like, I wanted to stream the Spittin' Chicklets.
Ugh.
So apparently during the semifinal at 2-zip down, Bissonnette said, "I'm going to get outside and I'm going to watch through the glass." And then when Canada scored the 2-1 goal, he took his shirt off. And he's still watching from outside. Now, wherever he is, he's in some place.
Yeah, they don't all get together in one studio.
So he's watching it through the glass from outside. And then when Canada scored the tying goal, he took his pants off. And he's just got the budgie smuggler on. And he's dancing around. And he's watching the game in just a budgie smuggler. So the 17-year-old said at 1-0, she's like, "I'm going to go out on the deck and I'm going to watch through the floor-to-ceiling glass." And she's like, "I'm going to watch." And then honestly, she was out
keep
there.
your clothes on, kid.
That's what I told her. I said, if you go out there, you got to keep your clothes on. Which is weird.
Yeah,
I get it.
it needs to be said though.
But anyways, she goes out and they score the tying goal.
You are now banished. You
And
just stay
and
there.
everybody's pointing at the window going, "You got to fucking stay out there
Yeah,
now.
you've made your bed here.
You do not get to come back."
No.
And so, God bless her, she stayed out there for the whole third period.
By choice, or did
What?
like your host lock the door?
Nobody let her back in.
Yeah.
No, she came in for the intermissions, but she had to go back out.
Yeah.
And Canada was dominant.
Well-
And I don't, the 5-on-3 is a huge
Yep.
thing. That to me is where the game is.
Well, and even to finish my point, I'm like trying to have this conversation without sounding like a sore loser douche. The other big thing is, well, it never should have been decided in 3-on-3 anyway.
Yeah,
We've
yeah.
known for months it was
Yes.
going to be.
Yes.
It was going to be. Like, that sucks, I've said it 1,000 times on this show. I don't care what game you're watching in what league. 3-on-3, it's fucking coin toss, man. Throw it up there
is a
and
coin
let's
toss.
just see what happens.
Well,
And-
and there was somebody in the and it was actually my way better half who's like, "Oh, I should have had to pee during the intermission," and she's like, "But Connor McDavid will not let me down.
yeah.
It'll be over soon." everybody understood that game was not going to go long
No.
in the 3-on-3.
So
And-
could we just skip the full intermission if we're doing this thing? Like,
So to me, the reality is, I am disappointed that Canada did not win that game. But the reality is, for me, I take solace. Who was the better 5-on-5 team? It wasn't even close.
but if you're sitting talking to a hardcore American hockey fan, all of this comes off and they just go, yeah, but we won.
Yeah.
And frankly, the Four Nations also went to overtime, and Canada got that done in what, like,
Yeah.
it's a coin flip.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
And that bugs me. But again, I can't get myself to, the referees screwed us, or it was 3-on-3, and yet, like, all of those things are true, and yet,
No. The reality
I don't know,
is,
man.
the reality is,
Canada was the better team
Canada was the better team, and they didn't get it done in 60
and
minutes.
had tons of the Devon Taves we didn't talk about, the wide
The
open,
Devon Taves.
like all of it, man. Like you had so many, and all of it is leading me in my very broken little mind towards, okay, we're out shooting them, God knows what, 15-3 or something stupid.
It was 45-20 was the final shots.
I think they got higher than that. I think at the end, because the Americans kind of, once Canada tied, it did come back to life a little bit. But
I'm not sure it was more than.
I think it was like 26-27, and Canada was up at 40-45. Doesn't matter. To my point, it was
45-26. Is that what you're saying?
I think it was something like that.
Okay, all right. I'm willing to go with that.
Yeah.
But to me, it's.
But I'm like, all of it was leading to this. Okay, there's the Sam Bennett penalty in a bad moment that we were all waiting for.
Yes.
And now they're going to come back
And
with
not only a penalty, a double
minor. And
You fucking bleeder.
then they're going to come back down and just plunk one in on our shitty goaltending. That
And
we've
it was
all
not
been
even close.
That's what I thought was going to happen. Like, it was all leading to that
Yes.
place to do it in the
Yes.
most heartbreaking.
And we all thought that.
And at the end of the day,
6 minutes to go, and you get a double minor.
at the end of the day, because you and I did trade a couple texts about this, where are we at on Binnington at the end of this tournament?
Phew.
He didn't hurt you, I don't think.
He did not. And the reality,
They had the better goaltender, obviously. Like, this is a career moment for Connor Hellebuck, and all the
but this was a career-defining moment for Connor Hellebuck.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I know it is.
In those moments in Winnipeg, he always loses in the playoffs. He can't do it. He did it against perhaps like one of the greatest forward collections of all time. 40-odd shots against in a gold medal game in some insane moments, right? Some of the crazy things he got done.
Well, and how many
We didn't have that guy.
How many posts / whatever happened? And no,
So Binnington wasn't that, but we didn't ask him to be.
We didn't ask
And he
him.
was there when, like, I don't know what you thought of the Matt Boldy 1-0 goal. I didn't think that was necessarily on Binnington. You'd love to get it was the first shot against. You're like, oh fuck, here
and
we
he
go.
fucking went right between Makar and Taves.
This is it. He like
both those guys are like, who's picking that guy up?
that was for me not on Binnington. Other guys got.
I don't
beat
blame
first.
Binnington on this loss.
There were other moments, and you and I did say that we're like, if you hadn't, like, I can't give you full credit for cleaning up your own mess. Like, if you hadn't allowed us to get here, we wouldn't need you to make that big save in overtime or against Ranton or Aho, I guess it was, at the end of the third period in the semifinal.
And then Natchez
Natchez as well.
The quarters,
Yes.
right? It's
In the semi, yeah. Oh, no, you're right. It is. I'm sorry, the quarter.
that's all right, man.
But it's all the things I thought were going to screw us didn't screw us. At the end, you flip the
Binnington
coin.
was not the guy that screwed us at the end.
No.
Which I was pretty sure
We were all,
was
like you said,
gonna
we
be
were
the thing
all we're dominating. everyone has seen it happen to their own team. You're driving hard through the whole third period. They come down and there's some piece of shit that beats your guy and like, oh, fuck, that's the end of it. Like, that didn't happen. We were all waiting for it, but it didn't happen.
Right. And I think with the way this Canadian defense,
which could have used a little more get up and go.
With its inability to identify who's my guy in the defensive zone, or as it enters the defensive zone, you're like...
See, I thought they were okay defensively. I just thought they couldn't help your forwards get up and going. Like, I thought breakout passes were a problem. I thought...
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Could we have used a Morrissey?
Yeah.
Yes. Could we have used a Matthew Schaefer?
At the end of the day, could you have used an Evan Bouchard? Like, these are always the questions. I know. But it was Cale Makar who makes the risky play at the blue line in overtime, and I get it. 3-on-3.
And it's Cale Makar who was on with Devon Taves for the first goal.
Yeah, you're right. So crazy risks get taken in big moments. The Jack Hughes play himself to get out of the zone is a risky play. If he misses that punch ahead to get out with Larkin and Werenski, it's 2-on-0 for Canada, but he doesn't miss. And now we're off and running, and I don't know. Like I said, between complaining about 3-on-3 and complaining about the referees, I feel like a bit of a douche. Like,
well,
because we're going to do that for 4 years. You didn't really beat us. Yeah, you did. Like, those were the rules we all knew going in.
They did.
Yeah.
And they did it against the Swedes.
Yep.
We did against the Czechs.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, to me, it's in a 3-on-3, and everybody in the place I was watching the game, everyone is like, you know what? 3-on-3 is bullshit, and it'll be over in no time, right? And it comes down to the breaks in that game, and in the 3-on-3 when it comes. So to me, it's 5-on-5. You look at it and go,
moral victories, man. We were the better 5-on-5 team. Is there a gold medal for that? No. Oh.
No. There isn't, but I feel unaffected by this, right? I don't. To me, I wanted to win that game, and at the end,
of course.
But once it goes to overtime, you're like, "Fuck, man!" It is. If you're gonna go with 3-on-3, it is a shot from a bad angle that leads to a 2-on-1 break. It's a crapshoot, and so it's. We benefited by that, and in the end, we lost by that. But I look at it and go, Canada dominated this game. And I am strangely content with that.
Well, let me hit you with a couple conversations that were going on online.
Yes!
During the before the game started, and I only barely caught it because I was having a rough morning.
Well, if you're out Saturday night, it can be tough.
And not that late, but
heavy.
I don't bounce back.
Yeah,
anyway.
well, you know what, man? Yes, guy, and it's only going to get worse.
Was this, or where did this stack up? I kept seeing, and it stemmed from a conversation on this is the biggest game in international hockey history.
Take it in, Matt.
So I saw some debate. Where would this rank for Canada? Because I did believe them when people said this is the biggest game for USA hockey, and they won it. And so that's...
Well, it's the biggest game for them since 96.
Or this was, keep in mind, before the game.
Okay, yes.
For Canada, I've got this in third, maybe fourth. Like 98 first games with the NHLers.
That was fucking crushing.
Canada's going to crush it. Oh, we didn't. 02 is now you have that pressure.
Yeah, but
plus you've lost. Sorry, man, but you've lost two major best on bests in a row, right? The World Cup in '96 and the Olympics in '98, and you haven't won in 50 years. 2010, you're at home, man. These games have been fantastic. We're winning medals all over the place. If you can't cap this off with a gold medal,
yes,
it's going to be remembered on a different level, on a different. So maybe now with the game over, and again feeling a little sour grapes, I want to downgrade this. But even at the time where that conversation is starting, this was at best the third biggest game. And I get it, Canada, USA.
Yeah. And the tensions
Yep.
and all
Yep.
that. To me, it is I've never been crushed like I was by 96, that World Cup.
Yeah.
Followed by, I'm like,
98.
we'll
get you
we'll get it in 98.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't happen.
Yeah.
That 2-year period,
Yep. We better have a summit.
but it was, as a hockey fan at that time, it was eye-opening. It was a rebirth. It was
The world has arrived.
it was an understanding of a new world.
Yeah. Because the
hockey.
Russians have been, I'm sorry, essentially irrelevant since then. Like Canada, USA, this is the reason for this debate is the rivalry now.
Yes. of
When was
course
the
it
last
is.
time outside of the World Juniors where Canada and Russia has played a meaningful quarterfinals in 2010? Like it was meaningful, but
yes.
it was in a quarterfinal. It was,
Yeah.
and the Russians got hammered.
Well, you and I have had that conversation, right? Where I look at them as the third, and you're like, well, are they? Are they the third?
Right.
And so, yes, they are a top 5
Sure.
at worst.
Yeah.
But yes, it's true. And so, to me, this is it more important for the Americans than it is for us?
First gold medal since 1980. And I wonder, timing wise,
Jack Hughes and Mike Eruzione. Those are the two names that will ring.
this particular Team USA was very deep, despite whatever you think of leaving Caulfield at home and
very
leaving
good.
Jason
Man,
Robertson. Yeah.
Goaltending and defense. Man, the defense was stout.
100%, man. I'm with you. And so I do wonder, though, if this wasn't a bit of a we'd better do it now. And I saw some people making this argument. I thought it was interesting. And nothing's guaranteed. But we're coming off a point here where Canada's just had 3 stars drafted first overall in Bedard, Celebrini, and Schaefer. Gavin McKenna coming, DuPont coming the year after. Who knows, right? These are just kids. But I wonder if the star power factor of Canada is like it's a good thing you did it now. Because you look at USA and they're good and they're going to be good forever now. Like they're here. They have caught up.
They have more people registered in minor hockey than we do.
But what's the
How
under
about that, man?
26 group look like? What's the under, like all of these guys who were full value and are all in their prime? Do they have the same wave coming right now?
No, I don't. It's
For now, yeah. No.
right at this moment.
Yeah.
They are in that mid 90s. Guerin, Roenick, Kachuk, blah blah blah.
100%.
They are in that
John
wave.
LeClaire.
Yes, as it goes up, the Richter Van Beesbrook,
Leach.
mid 90 Leach, exactly. All these things. That is the up, and Bill Guerin as the GM of this team
Yeah.
was fortunate, but they do have like that Boldy, Faber. Sanderson.
Yep.
There is.
Sure.
They're not going away.
No, they are now permanently here in that very tip top.
Forget about objects in your rearview mirror.
Yeah, they're
the
here.
Americans are here. And this is the Russians are going to be the ones who are going to have to, when they get back, to go,
Sounds like that'll be soon.
we got to work to get back in that 2-horse race. Because at this point, it's forget about the U.S. in the rear view.
No.
They are right there.
100%.
To your right. They are right there.
Far right. As we
Did you see the Orange Goblin there today? Did you see that?
I heard that he had been on the phone with them after the game. I didn't see.
Not in-house, because clearly he would have been on camera if he was in-house.
Of course, yeah. No, I did on Dylan Larkin's Instagram live. Cash Patel is partying with them in the locker room there. The director of the FBI.
Well, and fucking Larkin, that's a guy who I'm just like... And the Canadians on face-offs, that
That was alarming.
Well, we talked about I was railing on this very
Maybe your 13 and
podcast.
14th forwards should have been Claude Giroux and John Tavares.
Well, where's G Money? Where's fucking exactly John Tavares? You know, like we could have used those guys.
Yeah.
Fogos.
This is it.
Fogo
Your
is,
whole gig is just take draws and leave. Like,
because that's what Trocheck was there
yes.
for,
Yeah.
and it worked for the Americans.
Yeah.
And in terms of, because I watched that in when Canada gave up that goal, fucking Rantanen scored in 2 seconds on the power play. I'm like, that's Toronto and Ottawa in the playoffs. That is what we fucking saw.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if you ever wanted to worry about the strength of face-offs and what that meant in terms of flow of play.
Well, and the Americans just kept giving it to you. Like they were icing it and icing it and icing it. Like,
Because they didn't care, man.
No, win a fucking draw, man, and they'll stop doing that.
And
like,
Dylan Larkin at 75% or 74%.
down from 81 or whatever he had been at. Yeah.
And
Honest to
so,
God.
Bor Horvat,
Yeah. They kept having to drop him in there just to win a draw for you, right? Like,
and it didn't work. And you're like, what are you
well,
doing?
it did a couple
man?
times. But yeah, no, I'm with you on that. As we wrap up talk on the hockey tournament for now, is there any other names that jumped out to you who improved their
Stock?
reputation? Yeah, there's. I think the obvious answer is Celebrini, but I think we knew. I don't know that I knew he was going to come and win an Olympic scoring title, but Uri Slafkovsky again stepped up in a big way. I don't know that he needed it, but Quinn Hughes is clearly the straw that stirs the drink there, right? Compared to the Four Nations.
Without him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few different names. Like, I don't know on Canada or USA how many people really grabbed attention, but
Well, to me, it is Quinn Hughes
yeah.
who sort of cemented that. Okay, he is, and it's probably crystallized in that OT winner against Sweden in the quarters, where he comes in and he's like, bang, it's piping in, and
Yeah.
you're like,
And he was basically refusing to come off the ice. Like,
man, that guy is a difference maker. And Celebrini, it's loud. He can't ignore.
no.
Slafkovsky, I think, is the thing. Is you sort of look at that and go, man, oh man.
Yeah.
He, as an 18-year-old in 2022 in Beijing, when he was so good.
17, I think.
Yeah. So, and you go, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
But when you see him in a best on best, he did the thing. He did the thing that sort of was like, I'm going to ring the bell.
Pay attention to me.
Yeah, this is it. And so, as a guy who has, as early as or as recently as last year, we were both like, you got to put that guy with better talent in Montreal. And now he has shown
I can drag a Slovakian team into a semifinal.
with Halavai as my goalie, who honestly, man, the pumpkin fucking came to call, right? The coach turned into a pumpkin in a hurry on that guy.
The other one for me, and I guess like we should have already known, but they've been so bad for so. Rasmus Dahlin was incredible.
They're going to say William Nylander. Come on, man. It's fucking.
I fully expect him to arrive back in Toronto and say,
Number 88.
I need 2 weeks off, or
Yeah, my groin.
I haven't practiced.
My groin
haven't,
is flaring up, and number 88 says no mas.
Love to see the groin flare up.
No
It's-
mas.
I expect a bit of that going on. Did you see it all? The conversation going around Mark Lazarus of The Athletic, Austin Matthews being a peculiar choice for captain, and then the tournament that he had. Any thoughts at all, or just blended in for you, or stood out in any way, good or bad?
Matthews, I think, was all right. And I think there was several moments in the gold medal game where he didn't stand out offensively, where I thought he was better than average defensively.
Yeah.
A couple takeaways.
He had one chance where he tried to feed it back, like just dunk that shit, man.
Honestly,
like just
man, you're a shooter.
Yeah.
I didn't think he hurt himself. I think to me, like I said, defensively, I think there was some moments where you go, but for a guy who's paid like a top 5 player in the NHL, did I see a top 5 player out of him? No.
All right.
You?
Yeah, I'll be the hopeless cliche. I don't know if he was a top 5 paid player in the NHL on the Olympic stage. Like, I don't know how to
but
peel that apart. I thought he was terrific in that game. Created chances, was amongst the team leaders in points, and did all the things he does in the NHL, but did it at a higher stick lifts coming back, right? He's the only player on Team USA who has 3 points through the gold medal game at Four Nations and the Olympics. No one else has more than 1. So look, we can have the
and maybe rose-colored a little bit.
Well, maybe.
I didn't downgrade him. I thought he
started slow and picked it up pretty nicely. And maybe we already had this conversation last week about him as the captain and whether you could have replaced him coming out of Four Nations.
You and I didn't know how to have that conversation.
Okay. No. The thing that had been on my mind, I think I tweeted out, was
who else is going to be the captain?
Well, there are other guys like
Jack Eichel.
You could have done Eichel. You could have done Brady based on the. I know, but the press coming in and the but the one that
we all know that of the Kachucks, it's Matthew is.
But he's not even the captain of his own team. So does that?
Yes,
and
I know.
I thought he had a fairly mediocre tournament too.
Yes.
Yeah, but the one
best thing he did was bring out the Gaudreau jersey.
The one thing I would say is you could have gone to Quinn Hughes, because anybody else we're taking it from Austin Matthews, and that's a story. Quinn Hughes wasn't there last year. Now he is. You can make the case that was always our guy.
Who else on that U.S. team is a Hart Trophy winner?
I don't know if anybody is.
Hellebuck?
Yeah, okay. I don't think we're allowed to do that anymore.
No, so that's
good
all
call.
I'm saying
Good call.
I don't think there's any other Hart Trophy winners on that team. So to me, it is Austin Matthews.
I have no idea.
He is a fucking 69 goal scorer.
And I have no idea if Austin Matthews is a good captain, like what he's like in the locker room. I don't know.
He's got a fucking terrible mustache.
But there were guys who, in the media scrum afterwards, one of the tweets I saw was that, he's at, what does it mean now to be a leader of a championship team kind of thing. And before he could answer, there were guys in the back. He just led us to a goal. Like, people want to punch. It's almost like we can backhand Toronto by saying you guys are stupid for not respecting him a little bit too, right?
Yeah. Well, we saw that with the Marner stuff.
Yes, 100%. Look, he's clutch. Now he's
Mark Stone.
Yeah,
I love the Mark Stone.
Yeah, that's just a Toronto thing.
Yeah,
Toronto.
What was this? Mitch Marner's not clutch. I guess that's just a Toronto thing. And I love that.
Sure.
As a non-Toronto fan. But it's easy to punch down on the Leafs.
100%.
I think is where you're going with this.
Well, I legitimately wanted to have the Matthews conversation. Do you feel any different about him coming out of these games, or was it just you happened to be somebody gave you a letter on a very good team and you happened to win?
I think it's like, and I don't know if you and I talked about this on the show or if it was off air. It was the Matthew Tkachuk on Leon Draisaitl.
Right.
All the fucking shit talking of, Leon, you let down every team you're on.
Always a bridesmaid. Looking
right at the fucking mic and knowing he's live. It's bullshit. When you're on a team that's so much better than the fucking team that Draisaitl's on, like, that's bullshit. And it's cheap. And we all fucking see that.
Yep.
And so, do we all look at Austin Matthews now as a winner?
Yeah. It's odd, right? He has won as a captain.
He's won. But I don't look at him. I don't look at him as a winner.
Yeah, it's we'll have to see. Can he drag us into the playoffs of the Cup this year?
We'll see. And to me, you look at
the answer is no, by the way.
And you look at in a losing effort, who had the better tournament? Mitch Marner, Austin Matthews.
I will take Matthews, to be honest with you.
Really?
On body of work throughout the whole tournament.
In terms of the clutch gene?
Well, What do you want me to? It's
No,
over an overtime 3-on-3 goal.
Yeah.
It matters. It matters, and good for him. But
And you go back to the
when you look
assist
at-
on the Four Nations,
Yep.
and then the overtime winner against Sweden in the
Yep.
Four Nations, and then the overtime winner against
I didn't
Czechia
know we
here.
were looking at two
No.
tournaments.
But okay, all right. Let's just look at the OT
body of
winner
work.
against Czechia here.
Yep.
And we are looking at leaf to leaf.
Yeah. Well, can we just for a second? Because I
Yes,
keep saying
of
we
course
gotta
we can,
wrap
man.
up, but Connor
I've been
McDavid.
out of a beer for a long
I know,
time.
me too. We'll get there, man. You're gonna be okay. Connor McDavid. Connor McDavid wins tournament MVP
Okay, you know what?
in a losing effort.
I didn't see that.
Connor McDavid wins Conn Smythe in a losing effort. And if we can go way back, Connor McDavid wins OHL
Are we looking at two
championship.
tournaments? We're looking at 3 tournaments. You
Yeah.
just told me we had to look
these
at
are
one tournament.
Because I'm going to ask you a different question, man. Can we allow ourselves to?
That's it.
Is this the most? And actually, I don't know anything about the U16 GTHL.
Yeah, of
apparently
course, man.
he also won MVP and lost
I
in the
fucking
final.
discard that entirely.
But is there any more beautiful trophy case for somebody who hasn't won anything in a long time?
Well,
Like, I don't know how you felt, but like McKinnon, I don't know if he was sick. I don't know if he was hurt. I've heard both.
concussed.
Yeah. I McDavid was incredible. He did everything that he did, but he just keeps losing, man. Like I don't know what that does for a guy's legacy. Like
I don't put him on the 2030 team.
yeah, fuck that guy. You can stay home and
Stay home and keep your losing shit over there. Hey, you just fucking laid it out, man.
He's a
You
big
laid out
loser.
a GTHL,
Yep.
a fucking OHL, a fucking
It's
NHL,
wild though, eh?
and an Olympic. You've laid out 4 different levels of hockey that guy has lost at. Stay home, motherfucker.
it's your bad juju. Do you think there's I keep trying to put it in context. The best players in the world always win things. Crosby and Lemieux and Gretzky and Howe and Richard and like however far back Mike Bossy won a pile of cups.
Bobby
That's good.
Orr.
Right. And McDavid may yet win some stuff. It is certainly
When?
harder now than it's ever been with the number of teams.
Because
I get that.
Celebrini's saying, fucking get out of my way.
I'll see you in the conference final next year, buddy.
I will beat you next year in the Western Conference Final.
It's just wild.
Will Smith and I are going to fuck you up.
Don't know that we've ever seen a period where someone is so clearly the best in the league, but
and
just
the
can't-
best on Team Canada.
and just can't win anything. Like, it's odd, man.
But you've just gone through it, whether it be Crosby,
I just thought it was interesting. I'm not
whether
painting the case
whether
for
it be
him being a
Lemieux,
big old
whether it
loser.
be Gretzky,
Yes.
and you're like winner, winner,
Yeah.
winner, and that guy not winner.
Not winner.
And you know what?
And now
That means
How long- okay, but how-
2030, he's going to fuck everybody up.
Connor Hellebuck, big loser till today.
Till today, but that's what we said.
Yeah.
This was the moment where he changed the narrative
Mm-hmm.
that is on Connor Hellebuck.
Was there anything today that could have shocked you? I went into this going, Canada could pumped 5-1. Canada could run wild over them 5-1. We could do the 2-1. Like this was wide open for me today, man. It was. It could have been anything.
I agree.
I know both teams
I
built
w-
themselves for the tight defensive game, but
I was surprised at how dominant Canada was in the second and third period.
yeah, this wasn't trading chances. Canada carried the play. And
And at the end of the day, they got goalied.
Yep.
And we've seen that
Mm-hmm.
in the Stanley Cup Finals, in the playoffs. We've seen this where
at the Olympics with fucking Hasek.
with the better team doesn't win.
Yep.
And man, that is the reality of sport. I don't know, and maybe I've said it, maybe I haven't, that I don't know if I've ever been more comfortable with a loss
Yeah.
than what I saw today.
I wondered that too. Am I just old and lame and don't care enough anymore? And
No.
yes, I'm old and lame.
Well, that is possible.
but there was certain a kind of like we went to overtime. It was just like, well, who the fuck knows now? Like,
this is it.
Yeah.
But in terms of the 5-on-5 play,
we're fine.
Man, we didn't win.
And like I said, everybody
and the Americans won, and kudos, tip the hat.
100%. And this is why this was such a hard thing as I'm online, as I'm putting the show together. I'm like, yeah, but it was 3-on-3. Yeah, well. Yeah,
That's
but they
how it
missed the
works.
too many men. Yeah, well.
And that's what it comes down
Yeah.
to. And I think you brought that up earlier.
Yeah.
Forget the McKinnon post. Forget the Celebrini stick, that fucking the shaft of a Hellebuck stick, whatever it was.
Holy fuck. Yeah.
Like just the pressure that the Canadians put on them. It's the 5-on-3. If you want to look at something you did or didn't do
Yep.
that decided this game, it was 90 seconds of 5-on-3 where you fucking let it go and had nothing. Like you were ineffective.
Yeah, there was no oh my god moment on
No.
that power play where Hellebuck pulls them out of the fire.
And so you were very ineffective in that.
Yep.
Like you had better chances in puck possession in that fucking 5-on-4 4-minute power play that Bennett took in the high stick
Yeah, Marner and Stone created an opportunity or two.
Man, they ragged the puck and they fucking killed it, and they're just
That was so smart. Those are the things you loved about Mitchie's game, right? Like just being smart enough. I don't know how many other pass it back, like just killing off. Yeah, that was brilliant, man. Brilliant.
You were more effective in a 5-on-4 down situation than you were in a 5-on-3 up situation.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably where the game was decided.
Sure, because you missed the too many men. Fine, right?
But everybody was like, "Whoa!"
I get it. No, it was obnoxious. You can't bring back the European refs. This is the best the NHL has to offer.
Yeah.
But
Gordy Dwyer, fuck you.
Fuck you, Gord Dwyer. If I've said it once,
I've said it 100 times.
But they got their power play. You killed it off. You got yours. It ended up evened up at the end.
Yes.
And nobody scored, and off to the coin toss we go. And I know even that comes off as dismissive to what they meant. That's how many times have I said that over the years? I don't care when my team goes to 3-on-3. I want them to win. I care.
Yes.
But it's now just who the fuck knows? Throw a coin and let's see.
Yep. And I can only say it again. I'm not sure I've ever felt more comfortable.
Well, like we said, with
in a loss that where you go.
Well, in 4 years, how good Celebrini going to be? Bedard going to be? Schaefer going to be? Maybe Gavin McKenna? Maybe DuPont? Like, we'll see, man. So
keep producing.
Let's take a break and we'll see if there's anything else on the sports calendar.
There's got to be more beers, though.
There's got to be beers.
Back off, Canadians. We got 'em.
You back off, hosers. They're in Canadian waters, eh?
Beat it, you puck-slapping maple suckers.
Take a hike, you Shatner-stealing Mexico touchers.
All right. That's that for 4 years or so.
We'll see you in
Actually,
Grenoble.
2. Yeah. Hey, fuck.
Or Chamonix or wherever we're going to be.
The French Alps. The Nice soccer stadium going to host hockey by the sounds of it. They're going to put a roof on that fucker. That sucks, but sounds like at each end of the soccer pitch, they'll put rinks sideways with a wall up in between.
You sent me that.
That's sick, man. That'd be cool.
We're going to see.
We will see. If we lose again, it's going to suck too.
To be outdoors and you're like,
yeah, this is it though. It doesn't sound like it will be outdoors. They're going to put like a temporary tarp or roof over the top. Like, come on.
It's still outdoors.
I guess.
And it just keeps you from having that fucking whatever happened at the ski cross final where people were bitching and moaning.
I think that was the Canadian.
Yes, it was. It was the Canadian.
Hey, did you see? We swear we're moving off the Olympic thing. I thought the Finns came off bitchier than usual after their loss in the semi. That was goalie interference. What do you want me to do? Or
it was Teemu.
Teemu Solani as well.
Oh,
saying,
come on, Teemu.
Can't beat the best team in the world and the Canadian officials at the same time.
Well,
unusual for them.
Okay, but not only unusual for them, but at the gathering I was at this morning,
magic.
People saying, "Oh, well, you know what? He sold it a bit, McKinnon." And I'm like,
you ever been smacked in the face with a hockey stick?
Yeah. And so,
or even thought one was coming at you.
So, and what I said was, so in the gym where I'm at Monday through Friday, if I'm washing my hair and it's one of those showers where you take the nozzle off.
Yeah.
You can, you can
Reach all your
undercarriage,
your
hit the pit, whatever, right? And you put it back up, but it's got the metal cord that hangs down.
Yeah.
If I'm leaning forward when it's on the thing and my forehead touches it,
Hey.
that's it. My reaction is to pull my head away. Like,
Yep.
so if you're playing whatever sport you're playing and somebody swings a stick up and hits you in the face, what is your reaction? Like, don't give me this, oh, he sold it.
Yeah.
The fucker hit me in the face with a stick.
And again, he did do that. But even if he didn't, if you see a stick coming toward, you will
What are
try
you
to
doing?
avoid it.
That's-
You will throw your head
That's
back.
all I'm saying is the reaction is,
I reserve the right to rescind this opinion the next time Morgan Riley gets a stick up on somebody and they throw their head back.
I know, but to me it is the same, and that's how I look at it.
Yeah.
It is when Quinn Hughes, was it Quinn Hughes who got the cut in the face from the Sam Bennett in the gold medal game? That was Quinn Hughes.
Honestly, don't remember. It might have been. Yeah.
Yeah, and so you're like,
Well, do you see Horvat after the same thing I was doing? Hey, I lost a tooth too. Like, give us 4 minutes. Come on, fucker.
yeah, where is that? And so, but the reality is, as soon as you see blood, you're like, fuck.
Yep. Yep.
You understand. It doesn't matter. It's done. Whereas the fact that McKinnon didn't draw blood, like he got hit in the face, you're like, could you not fucking like bleed like Ty Domi? Guy's got a head fucking plaster scene, but he bleeds. Could we not get something going here?
I did want to circle back on a conversation we had last week.
Do you want to talk about your beer?
Oh, yeah, I'm having a Great Lakes Octopus Wants to Fight.
Okay, that's always a good one.
Go-to, man.
Well, and
Just
so
riding out the rest of the day, man.
yeah,
It's been a long day.
Honestly, I've put in a couple of sessions. I feel like I'm riding with the Ginger of Sussex from Sweet Andy Nita.
Yeah.
I was in, and you know what? So he's got an expanded menu. Have you?
Yeah.
You and I are we're gonna go in there. I think in the next week or two. Right?
Oh.
We've talked about that.
All right.
Have we not talked about that?
Yeah,
So
I guess.
Andy has. So the menu's
The smash
expanded.
burgers and the pizza.
There's pizza. There's tacos. There's and he is now putting extra space upstairs.
Yep.
Have you been there?
Not for that. He was telling me about it the last time I was in.
So I was in there. I was in there on Saturday, and the stairs are built.
Mm-hmm.
So there's an upstairs. He's working.
He's
on
working
it.
away at it, man.
He's working on it. And you know what? His son that was there, serving pints, slinging pints. So Andy wasn't there when I was in.
I was going to say, because you went there, you were telling me in the green room for a conversation. And that doesn't work.
No, it doesn't work.
Because Andy will come and sit down with you,
Yes.
and now you can't have the conversation you were there to have with whoever you went in
I think
with.
if you're most people, you can have that conversation. But if Andy knows you,
Yeah,
Andy is joining in on your
this
conversation.
is it. He has thoughts on your home reno.
But you know what? He would have been welcome in that conversation
Okay.
because the far better half had lots of questions about the counter Andy has there. And
There you go.
blah,
Okay.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But tongue in cheek, thankfully, Andy wasn't there, but his super handsome son was. And he is engaging. So, anyways, Ginger of Sussex, what I wanted to know was, so
I want to know.
they use the real ginger. Like this is packed with not just like a ginger cookie.
Right.
This is ginger like you would put on top of your
Similar to the
Sushi.
old coconuts.
yes. So he's got it packed with real ginger, and it's on top of an amber. That is the base beer.
Okay.
Because I said to him, I'm like, listen, Pat, you got to check your dad out. Tell me what is the base beer on this. And so, yeah, it's an amber. 5.5, but it is super gingery. But like gingery in not like a ginger cookie, but real ginger. So if you like that, this is the beer for you.
Got a tweet not long after the Canadian men's gold silver performance, not gold. From a guy named Tristan.
Shout out Tristan.
So you guys were a little boisterous last week on
Fuck you, Tristan.
Canada's doing just fine in the medal count. And he goes, uh-oh.
Yeah. So that's...
He said, you know, a lot of the Canadian medals weren't supposed to come until the second week, or at least the gold medals. So I'm just curious whether you feel any different about it now. I'm obviously paraphrasing because I read that several hours ago and a couple of beverages ago. And I do think we can have that conversation. One of the things I was indignant about last weekend was the fact that so many people were teeing off on this Canadian performance, despite the fact that we weren't expected to get our gold medals, according to the projections, until week 2. And we were projected to have 10 gold medals, and 8 of those events hadn't even begun yet. Do you need a minute there? Or?
No, we're good over here, man. We're good.
And now that we're here, we've finished with 21 medals, just 5 of them gold. That is 8th place on the medal table, which is a Canadian low since, I think it was Albertville in 92, was the last time they finished outside the top 5. Obviously, the bid for Vancouver helped put a lot of money into the system. And I am now more prepared than I was to at least have the conversation about whether this is a disappointing Olympics or a... I thought your point last week that you get what you put in terms of finances, right? In terms of if we're not going to invest in sport, then you're not going to win an awful lot of medals. But we were projected for significantly more than this and didn't get there. Now that the games are done, I think it's a more reasonable time to at least have that conversation. How did you feel about, this Olympic performance?
Okay, so give me those totals again. 21 medals.
21 total, 5 gold.
Man, I think they were looking at 20 to 25 or 26 medals total was the prognostication.
But 10 gold was the projection.
Yeah, all right. And I understand it is a gold-driven process, right? Like and
there were lots of people from the Canadian Olympic Committee in the press conference that they always do at the end of the games going, we have a problem. Like, our funding is not keeping up. And it never has. Like, we've never been on the level of some of these other countries, but we've always been able to make it work. And they're just not. I think Canada invested about $144 million in amateur sport in the last quadrennial. I know it sounds like a lot.
Yeah,
it's
versus
not.
What?
Well, they can't say for sure what other countries are spending, but it's that we're less. We need to get to about 220 million.
144 is a large expenditure.
It is, but it's been 144 since 2010. Like, there's an inflation to be considered here, right? In terms of
and not hosting.
Now, that was also floated.
That's important, right?
That was also floated as maybe that's the way we get the government to invest again, is to go to, I don't know,
2038 Calgary
6 or 8. Yeah, okay. I guess.
And we had that conversation this morning, right? After the gold medal loss, which was, what does that look like? What you get in terms of, we want to fund top 5.
Right.
We want to fund medal contenders. And you're like, you don't fucking have any idea as a government what is from quadrennial to quadrennial, what is a contender.
Right. But and so for people who don't know, that was sort of the adjustment that was made, was rather than giving everybody a little bit, we will pick the sports we think we have a chance in and give them the majority of the money.
And I don't disagree with that.
I think that's a reasonable approach.
I do. I agree with you. But as the viewing spectator at the time, you go, all right, top 5. Can you be top 5? I want to put my money into it. And so what I threw out this morning post gold medal loss in hockey was, maybe with a 2038 games in Canada, you would see an uptick.
When they just said that happened with the Italians this year,
Yeah,
obviously. Right?
you look at it.
Always.
And so you look at the Koreans are still coasting on a hosted games. The Chinese are still coasting on a hosted games.
And they said, so is Canada. In 2010, they said, we have never had more athletes at an Olympic Games over the age of 30. Like that is people who trained on the infrastructure from 2010.
Yes. Yeah. Kim Boutin, look at that. That is
Mikhail
somebody
Kingsbury. Like there's a bunch of these people
who were invested in for a home games at a young age and coasted through with excellent talent.
Yep.
But the people who are in the room with me today who have a background in sports saying, yeah, it's not enough. It's not enough to just have your own the podium or road to excellence.
But you're in a room, as am I, of sports fans.
Yes.
There is a huge percentage of the population. We're not giving taxpayer money to go play games.
So here's where it comes down to is we talk about the NBC being the tail that wags the dog in terms of what happens at Olympics.
Yeah, in terms of scheduling.
Yeah, we've paid $2 billion
literally 45% of
to cover these games.
Yeah.
We fucking own these games. And so what it comes down to is Rogers. If it's Rogers Sportsnet saying, let's just say we're going to pay $500 million to cover these games for Canada. That there's a 10%, 20% levy on that. It says if you're going to pay $500 million for the games,
50 of it goes to athletes.
or 20% beyond that, you have to pay 500. There's an extra 100 million that gets kicked into COC, Canadian Olympics.
I guess, but now you're asking the CBC, which is also taxpayer funded, if they want to be in the mix on that. It's still now taxpayer money, not and this has been the difference for a very long time between our two countries, right? The U.S., it's not just NBC, it's Nike and Reebok and all these other that sponsor. We don't do that here. We don't have that corporate base. They don't kick it. There's no
the Dutch skater. Who's the one that's either dating Jake Paul or whatever it is? She wins her last gold medal, and she pulls off her speed skating top, right? And she's got a Nike sports bra on, right? Which is
you're not supposed to do at the Olympic venue,
but she gets $6 million.
Yep,
that's the
we
number.
don't do that here. Canadian athletes don't have that.
I know, but all I'm saying is,
for the audience,
if you are Rogers and you are paying X amount of fuck CBC and. No, I'm just saying who drove this bus? Like Hockey Night in Canada, who drove this bus here? Is it CBC or is it Rogers Sportsnet?
For what?
This Olympics.
CBC. CBC has the rights. They distribute out to Bell and
Well,
Rogers.
that's why when you look at the games and you go,
and we get better coverage.
Where is the Hockey Canada game? Oh, it's on CBC. It's not on Sportsnet.
Yeah.
Okay, but if you move forward from this, which is not taxpayer money, I'm just saying, if you were going to kick in money, X amount has to go to BAM. Beyond that, like the luxury tax in baseball, beyond this, you got to kick back money to amateur sport.
I don't know. Bell and Rogers basically after Vancouver, they bought Vancouver and London and then bailed and said to CBC, you can have it back. So I don't know how you're going to get that bidding going again.
Yeah, well, and the reality is, moving forward in this technological world that we live in, CBC is the poor cousin.
Yet delivers better coverage than almost any other nation gets. Right. Everything was available.
Yes.
Everything.
Yes. But let's look at the thing that matters most.
Watch people finish 12th.
Let's look at what matters most to Canadians. Saturday night, hockey. Where is that? Where is
that's Rogers, but I don't know what you're driving at here.
What I'm driving at is moving forward in a very fractured social media in terms of how we view or how we assess. It's kind of like CBC gets, Rogers sort of gives CBC some of that Saturday night, but Rogers pays for that.
Yeah. And CBC paid for this and divvied that out to Rogers and Bell.
So moving forward, what happens? How do you see 2028, 2030, 2032? How does the future look in terms of where that money comes from? And to me, it's not always going to be taxpayer CBC driven.
Well, I don't know. Bell and Rogers have shown that we wanted it when it was in Canada. We don't care when it's not.
Yeah.
So.
And as soon as CBC says, the taxpayers say, we're not paying for a Canadian government driven media.
Yeah. We're a long way from the medal count thing here now.
No. I'm just talking about where money comes from and what gets kicked back to athletes.
I don't think it's ever going to come from TV rights. I think one of the things that we're looking at here is everybody else has got major corporate buy-in. We don't. It comes from the national government. There are exceptions. There are certainly different companies that will adopt a couple high-profile athletes and have them as speakers and contribute that way.
Do you know what Norway won? Did
Norway finished atop the table. I don't have the final total in front of me, but
right. And so to me, what it comes down to is 21 medals. How do you feel about 21 medals?
No, but I'm more concerned about the COC comments. They don't do this. They, at the end of every Olympics, put the best possible shine on it and say, hey, you know what? This is great. They came out and said, there's problem. We are concerned.
Okay, but
with
how do you
funding
feel?
Right now.
That's what I'm asking.
I feel like this was a disappointing Olympic Games. A week ago,
what would you have been happy with?
If the Canadian, and I guess it depends, do you want to talk about golds or do you want to talk about total medals?
I want to talk about total medals.
Well, then that gets a little tougher because I don't know enough about some of these other sports. But
okay,
if you projected 10 gold medals and just on the history, no, you can't.
Yeah,
that's what everybody has based their entire argument on.
You've given me projections. If you didn't tell me anything, if you said, hey, we're hoping for 25 medals. 25 medals, doesn't matter. 25 medals.
Okay, then 21, you've come up a little bit light.
Yes, but you are fixated on 10 gold.
I'm not fixated
you are.
on anything. I'm saying
right now.
The COC has come out and said, we are in trouble.
Yeah.
We are not getting what we need right now. And they don't do that at the end of an Olympics.
Yeah, fuck the COC.
All right. The Blue Jays are
No. Don't do that. Nobody likes that.
We're going nowhere. We're not having the same conversation at all at this point.
Yeah, we are.
We're not. So let's move along.
You're saying gold medals and what is being invested. But if
I'm not.
If nobody said,
if we're talking, you have to. Everywhere you go, there's projections, right? This is how it works now. Canada, and I had a problem a week ago when most of our gold medal favorites hadn't even started their competitions yet. And for people to be, oh, this is a disaster for Canada. Now we've finished, lighter than we expected. 2 of them are gold medal hockey games that go to overtime. If the women or the men score, well, now you're at 6, now you're at 7. Like, it's all very tight margins. We saw the Canadian men win an Olympic gold medal in curling. We saw the women not be able to dig out of the hole that they got early. It all operates on very thin margins.
So what is your point? Where do we differ?
I'm not trying to drive home a point. I was trying to have a conversation.
Yeah. And I'm all about that.
Can we move on now?
No.
Yes.
I
we're
know.
going nowhere. This topic has...
to me, it is 21 medals is not bad. Top 10, not bad. It's only in comparison.
This is the first time we finished out of the top 5.
It's only in
20,
comparison
30 years.
to what COC said. We expect blank 10 gold medals and 22 to 27 medals.
It's our worst showing in 30 years.
Yeah. To me, it is sports is on the day.
And
Like,
everybody
we
who was
expected
performing
more
well was
from,
over 30 years old.
We expected more from the ski cross. We expected more from all kinds of things, and we got nothing. Not bronze, not silver. Yet somehow this is looked at as a failure, and that's because somebody put a number up front.
It's a disappointment.
Yeah.
And it's not just the
I'm not
COC.
talking about you.
Everybody.
I'm talking about in general conversation.
All right.
I don't know what your problem is. I'm not sure what.
Okay.
I'm not sure where this has become a failure of a conversation.
Because we're not having the same conversation.
Well, where am I missing? What
Can
you're
we
saying?
please move along?
Sure, we can.
The Toronto Blue Jays are rumored to be back in conversation with Max Scherzer. And I'm curious what you think about this. For me, I went into last year going, this is going to be similar to, as everybody said, Joey Votto the year before. Legend. Let's see what that guy looks like in a Blue Jay uniform. It was sort of an adventure throughout the year, but he had his moments, and he started games for you in the playoffs. They weren't all terrific. I sort of felt like at the end of it, all right, we got through it. I'm not sure we need to go down this road again, and yet it sort of sounds like they may be right on the verge of getting that done in an already busy pitching staff. I don't know whether or not this came across your radar at a time. Do you have any interest in going back to Max Scherzer? We will talk about Lauer here in a second, who also had some interesting comments about whether or not he's going to be in the rotation or the bullpen. There's a lot of it's crowded right now. I'm surprised to hear that they might be exploring this again. And if they were going to, I would have rather, I think, explored it with Chris Bassett, who's now a division rival. Any thoughts?
I think you've laid out the conversation fairly succinctly here. Rob can follow. I have no idea why we need Max Scherzer back. If you're not going to bring back Chris Bassett, now again, Chris Bassett at the money he got paid in Baltimore, zero. I don't know where, when you look at a rotation of Gosman, Cease, Barrios, Yasavage, Ponce,
maybe Bieber,
and then Bieber. I don't know where Scherzer fits into that.
Lauer.
Well, this is it.
Yeah.
And I haven't heard Lauer's comments, but I'm not sure where Scherzer fits into that because he's not coming out of the bullpen. And so if you look at Bassett, who was a guy, now again, good for you, Chris Bassett, with the money you
I
signed
think he got
for.
18
Yes.
out of Baltimore. Yeah.
What he got in Baltimore, he was a guy who showed a great ability to come out of the bullpen.
Mm-hmm.
If he wanted to stay a Blue Jay and he wanted to be on a winning team, air quotes,
Yeah.
you want to take less money and be on a winning team, bam, there's a spot for you, Chris Bassett, here.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea what we're doing in Max Scherzer.
The only thing I wonder, the antenna goes up, the alarm bells go off. Who just went to the doctor? Like, why do we suddenly need another? I can't imagine if Scherzer's coming in that you would do it with any expectation that he's going to be ramped up and ready to go by May 1st at the earliest. Well, Barrios is kicking around, I guess. Lauer, his comments were just sort of, I was disappointed. I basically suggested the fact that I got moved out of the rotation and into the bullpen, I think hurt me in arbitration. And then he did lose that arbitration case. I thought that was rough because it was pretty minimal money. I think it was like $6 million. They wanted to give him $8 million he wanted to get. I think that guy easily earned $8 million on a Major League Baseball payroll last year.
But that was a guy who was in Korea
Yep.
a year ago.
But you just brought in somebody from Korea.
Yep.
So we'll see. I do wonder if there's some tension there, right? Because in his on opening day, whatever, spring training, opening on Saturday, he's out there and saying, whether I'm the sixth starter or in the bullpen, and then I'd rather be the starter. Like, he's very clearly, there's some tension there.
He's the only lefty that would be in the starting rotation.
Yeah, and I do wonder if there's not a certain amount of, well, let's see what it would take to get Scherzer back in here, because maybe the tension between the team and the player has gotten to a certain point. I wouldn't swear to that, but he seems unhappy with how things played out basically since last August, being moved into the bullpen, losing his arbitration case, now not having a defined role on the team. And I don't know that he deserves a defined role. Like, he's not better than any of the guys you just named off. We'll see about Cody Ponce. There is still some sort of question about whether or not he'll be in the rotation or the bullpen, like kind of a swingman.
And that swingman deal is still there.
Yeah.
And
on Barrios, I don't know what to
is
expect
he here
out of that
long-term?
guy. Yeah, I don't know. I'm surprised he's still here. I thought he would be dealt over the winter.
But the money he makes.
Yep. No, it's tough.
And so the reality is, I understand as an athlete where Lauer's, where his starting point is.
Yeah.
But the reality is, he came from Korea a year ago, had a good first half, got squeezed out in a contending team.
Yeah, by legitimately better players.
100%.
Yeah.
And performed well in the playoffs. Like, you look at that game 3 or whatever 4 where he went 5 innings in the extras.
Yes.
Did not hurt himself.
Nope.
And he comes back. You are in a great position to earn yourself exponentially more moving forward after this year.
Yeah.
But guess what, man? You got to put in the time, and they've kept you on. We'll see what happens with Barrios. Bieber is not ready to come back.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, Bieber's not ready to come back. We'll see what happens with Barrios.
He's not ramping up yet.
And we'll you are in a fine position right now that gave you to me, show up, do your shit, and you will be fine moving forward.
And so maybe I'm wrong, but I do, when we start talking about Scherzer, they wouldn't be doing this to add a 7th or 8th. Like, Max Scherzer's not going to be your 7th starter.
Yeah.
So maybe they're more worried about Bieber than we think they are. Maybe they have something on the table for Barrios where you obviously eat a lot of money, but I just don't really understand the match right now. And I have a little bit of that. It didn't work out with Joey Votto, but I have a little bit of that. Hey, it was fun to have Max Scherzer around. By the end of it, I was like, okay, you survived the Max Scherzer thing. I don't know that you need to do it again at 43. Guys my age, probably.
To me, the Max Scherzer thing is the Jays have said, we're not that interested. He's gone out and he's looked around, and the Yankees, the Dodgers, the Phillies,
winning teams.
Winning teams have said, man, we're not so interested. Whereas San Diego or Colorado, whoever has come knocking, said, hey, we'll take a look at you.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, fuck that.
Please don't.
Yeah, I'm not that interested. So I take a second. It's like when you're watching TV on a Tuesday afternoon, and you're like, I've done a riff through all the channels I want to see.
Back to Camilla Scott, I guess.
And then I go, okay, well, this is the second time through, and you're like, that's where Scherzer is. He's at the second or third time through going, all right, you know what? I can't get San Francisco, Houston, Philly, none of those contenders, Seattle. Nobody said to me, hey, man, we're interested.
Can you not just make him like the highest paid pitching coach in baseball? Because, I got time to have him hang around with Tiedemann back in the mix, with Mako Like even I don't know, like you Savage again, like just be in the mix. I don't know. What does it cost to?
So what you're saying is you don't want him to pitch.
I don't think so. I don't think I do. I like I said, I loved it last year. I loved that they brought him in. There were moments.
And him in his Schneider meetings.
Yes. And barking away. Like
yelling at Schneider.
Yeah. I did like it. I thought it was fun. And at the end of the day, I think it turned out more good than bad. But by the end of it was like I said, you kind of survived it as much as thrived on it.
It's never a bad thing to have a winner.
No.
And a competitor in your franchise. Right? That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Right? You want to have a winner around and somebody who is got a lot of bark.
But like if Joey Votto had batted 240, like and stayed healthy, are you in? We better bring that back. Like let's do it again.
But 240 with good power.
Yeah, maybe. It's a different.
If you could have a 240 hitter, with 30 home runs.
Well, he wasn't going to be that anymore.
No. But I'm saying a low batting average and power. Yeah. To me, that's what Scherzer was a fucking 5.20 ERA.
Yeah, and he was getting giving up tons of in the air contact.
But he showed up late, and he showed up and he got the job done. When it mattered.
Yes, but that to me it was like, thanks, man, that was awesome. I'm not going to trust doing it again.
He is the equivalent of the low batting average, high power hitter.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm saying is if you could get something out of that and you go, in a key moment, bam, we have that. But
Joe Thornton to the Leafs.
Naylor to the fucking Mariners, right?
Wow. No, because Naylor was actually still good. He's still in. Joe Thornton was spent. Can you give us anything at all? Is there anything left?
Yeah.
No? Okay.
That's why with Brian Leach to the Leafs.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't use any of those because it's not really where I was going with. Whereas I think Scherzer was, especially whatever he did in the first half of the regular season, he was in the playoffs. You're like, yay, that's good. That's
Looks
good.
a little like that guy. I recognize that guy.
I could use that.
For 4 innings.
I could use that.
Yeah.
But
I don't know we have to do it again.
We don't need to do it again. And so to me, and I don't know where it fits. So
that's the only thing that's in my head right now is who just spoke to a doctor? Like, why are they suddenly going, okay, now we'll talk to you? That seems odd in March.
Well,
it's not even March. Fuck.
And so to me, the thing was, and it was a headline that showed up, and I'm looking at it going, Jays are in hot pursuit. And you're like,
why?
Hot pursuit, or like I said, he's done the rounds and went, all right. Yeah. Jays aren't super interested. Everybody else has went, nah, no thanks.
If you want to come in for $4 million and hang out.
But I like that situation in Toronto, so I could double back to that at less money. I would do that. And so to me, I don't understand what the role is, but if he was going to come back at a much reduced salary, we could talk. We're willing to talk.
Sure. All right, let's wrap her up. We are just 3 days away from watching the Ottawa Senators penalty kill and the Craig Berube coached Toronto Maple Leafs. We are back into reality.
Super
everybody.
not interested.
Yeah, honestly, the letting up on the gas now.
See you post fucking trade deadline because this is like, what do you expect to happen? As somebody, Austin Matthews played in that gold medal game.
Yeah,
Brady Tkachuk, Jake Sanderson.
Sanderson's minutes seem to be getting cranked up. Brady's kind of getting dialed down. Like it seemed like they didn't trust him much. He had that one brutal giveaway.
Fucking honestly, man, he's out there against Sweden in the final minute. And you're like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
that doesn't happen in Ottawa.
No.
Like that is not.
Well, there was one. Was it in the second period today? 2 in his own zone. He gaffed it and gave it right up to somebody. I can't remember now, but.
Like that's to me.
It's not his game.
He is. You serve that guy in like you treat, and again, I don't want to, but you treat him like Cooper was treating McDavid and McKinnon. offensive zone face-offs. Bam, bam. That's where we're going to do that. My question to you is, Matthews, Kachuk, Sanderson, when do you expect them back at practice? Thursday. Ottawa plays Thursday. When does Toronto play? When's their first game?
Wednesday, I think. Yeah.
So do you expect Austin Matthews in that Wednesday game? Do you expect him out of you expect him out of practice before then?
No. But I do assume he'll play. Like, they're going hard tonight over in Italy.
Yeah,
I assume there's a PA plane
Yes.
to New York Monday morning.
Monday, yeah.
I can't imagine anyone on either team or USA
I agree.
is at practice Tuesday, but I do assume they'll play
See,
Wednesday.
Ottawa goes Thursday.
Okay.
And I was thinking,
Brady can practice Wednesday.
if there is a practice Wednesday, that's when you expect them back. That's
100%. Otherwise, this is just the new reality of the. And I feel for the Kings fan, like Kevin Fiala, and we'll see whether Crosby and the Pens. Yeah, like we'll see. But this is the reality. If you're going to do this, guys are going to get hurt.
Because people were like, Crosby doesn't care if he can play. He'll play in the gold medal game. Yeah. And I'm like, and the Penguins don't care. And you're like, yeah. Did you see Dubas's face
holding down a playoff spot right now?
When Crosby got hurt and they flashed to Dubas and he's like,
it's another sad Millhouse moment.
Holy fuck!
Yeah. It's true, man.
That is the thing you say when the players want to play in the Olympics. Mm-hmm. The teams it's a huge risk
to
play.
Like essentially now Panarin is just a Fiala replacement. Like you didn't get better.
Yes. We went out and signed the highest value
the biggest
free
profile.
Agent, and then our current potential
the guy we were building on top of
has now been ruled out for the rest of the season, and you're
brutal.
Like, NHL teams do not want this.
And look, one of us would be apoplectic if it had turned out to be Willie or Sanderson or whatever. Like we would be more whatever. But this is every time you do this.
How about 06 Ottawa Senators Dominic Hasek?
Graham Nichols had a great piece.
And you're like, fuck!
20 years later, the Dominic Hasek.
I feel fine with it.
I'm sort of,
You're fired up, man. You are fired up.
Expos. Well, they had the best record in '94. They obviously would have won the World Series. But
nobody cares about the '94
never.
Expos. Nobody cares.
As opposed to the 06 Sens, which the rest of the world still remembers.
No, nobody cares about them either. And I'm just saying, I put those both in the same category.
Okay.
Nobody cares. As a Jays fan in '94, fuck you, man. Back-to-back World Series.
But it's just funny. The way Expos fans have just rewritten it, we did win that World Series. Like, we would have won that World. Like, it's never
Yankees fans say...
Probably not.
Get bent.
Get fucked. We'll wrap it up here. We're on social media at Tall Can Audio. We will try to find some passion for that Ottawa Senators penalty kill and that Craig Berube coaching staff over the next couple of weeks. But it will be unquestionably a step down, a readjustment. I am excited for the WBC, the World Baseball Classic. The last one turned out to be incredible. We did finish with that Ohtani Trout moment.
It had the greatest final moment.
Yes. So we can get into that. We'll see. Canada, an interesting pool. Maybe we'll put that on the list for next week.
Can't wait.
For Rob, my name is Matt. Thanks so much for listening. Give us a follow on social media at Tall Can Audio. Subscribe to the pod wherever you're hearing us right now. We'll see you next time.
I've got nothing here. You're giving me baseball and hockey, and I got my keister blowing in the wind. That made to look like a fool here. That's just dumb. I don't want anything to do with this place. This place is run by a bunch of children.